Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw Overrun.
Overrun.
Better get used to those. Better enjoy those lava titles and the name of the show while you can.
Going away.
Big changes afoot here on the
point.
Patreon.
Who knows when?
Look, it's probably all superficial crap. But regardless, hopefully the people supporting us.
Hey, man, the new song I'm going to do for Overrun, that's not going to be superficial. That's going to come from right here.
Deep in the soul.
My lungs.
Oh, I thought you meant the burp area up here.
Well, actually, burps emanate from your gastrointestinal area.
Comes up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's good stuff.
I
Thanks
prefer not to talk about passing gas today.
for all the support. Would you like to tell that story?
The
Story you told me off camera. Okay, that's fine.
I found
Some
out
things should remain private.
I learned hard way that I can't eat eggs anymore. Or in any great quantities, at least.
Yeah. How many did you have?
Well, here's the thing. So Monday I wasn't feeling well. My tummy hurt.
Yeah.
I felt gurgly.
You thought it was because you had Thai food.
Well, no, I didn't think it because everybody, like, we went with my in-laws, the whole family ate Thai food, and I was the only one that wasn't feeling well. No. We did get some Thai fried rice, and of course, fried rice has eggs in it.
Yeah.
And then last night, didn't really have anything for dinner, had some eggs. Uh-huh. And then, I don't know, like 3 hours later, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Uh-oh.
So apparently, and I've kind of known this, I eat eggs a lot.
Yeah.
I start, so I can't, it's the yolks, I can't eat the yolks.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize I've been eating eggs that much, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, lo and behold, surprise, can't eat eggs that much.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that does that to me in the stomach. You know, the one thing that I've noticed, I feel like absolute shit afterwards eating Alfredo sauce.
Oh, that's heavy, man.
Yeah.
It's all cream and cheese.
Yeah, which usually I'm like, all of it. But Alfredo is, I guess, so concentrated or something. Like
so rich and creamy and dense. And combine that because you're supposed to eat with thick noodles.
Yeah.
Might just be a lot for your tummy to handle, man. Too much.
Too much.
Rick.
I don't like eating Alfredo. Anyways, you know what I do like? The Mandalorian. So here's the thing, if you guys are listening right now, if you're watching this, we're going to drop spoilers. We're going to talk spoilers. We're going to have a discussion about The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You watched it last night. I watched it yesterday. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to review it. And hopefully you guys will go watch it or have watched it. If you have any interest, if you don't have any interest in Star Wars, this isn't the episode for you.
This is not the episode you're looking for.
So there you go. Yeah. Yes, spoilers. So y'all have time to get out of here.
But, like, for the most part, save for the reveal at the end, it's not like a spoiler-heavy first episode. It's an introduction to this character, to this world.
Yeah.
There's some nice little Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm. There's a really dark moment of a Salacious Crumb being.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Being roasted.
Well, another Salacious Crumb was witnessing it.
That was in a cage. That was horrifying. That was so dark. So, anyways, what was your takeaway? Did you like The Mandalorian?
Yeah, it was enjoyable enough.
Good stuff.
I preferred it when it was moody, more like a Western. Like, the robot stuff was charming and stuff, and it was well done. But it felt too like on the nose. Hey, this is trying to be a Star Wars thing.
You mean the Taika Waititi droid? At the
he
end?
voiced that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known it if I didn't read it in advance.
Okay.
Because they mask his voice pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
And Nick Nolte is the little guy who teaches them how to ride those animals.
That's funny.
Because I saw his name in the credits and I was like, who the hell is Nick Nolte? And then they have the artwork matched up to each of the names in the cast. I was like, oh, it's
cool. The end credits really cool.
Guy. Yeah. Cool.
No, just because it was pretty moody and serious up until that point, and that's when you got a little bit of comic relief. And
with the droid shooting everything.
Yeah.
Well, you got a little bit with those stupid the little animals that he's had in the ride.
Oh yeah,
you got some personality there.
Yeah, some of that was played for. Not that I have a problem with laughing. I'm not that mirthless.
Yeah, right.
However, when it's set up to be early on like a very moody Western inspired type thing, and it kind of deviates that for some lulls, it's like it's not bad. Mm-hmm. I wasn't like annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Just tonally, it seemed to be a little bit of a deviation, but it wasn't awful.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's a TV show. The effects aren't quite up to par with what you expect from the Star Wars franchise.
Oh yeah, a little bit. So I thought that like budgetary wise, they did a really good job of sort of hiding like the fact that they didn't have a huge budget for it. It's a lot of it's only, for one thing, it's only focusing on one guy basically.
Yeah, and they try to do a lot of stuff practically, especially in close-ups, which is good.
Yeah.
even some of the practical stuff I thought didn't look great, and then some of the CG stuff. The CG stuff was kind of hit or miss.
When he was riding around on the whatever it was called, I forget what they were called, blurgs,
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it looked kind of goofy.
Yeah,
but no, by and large, like in terms of let's place it within the context of other Star Wars movies. There's one Star Wars movie that I literally could not stand. It was Solo. Rogue One, I thought felt like a movie that had a lot of reshoots, and in fact, it did.
Yeah, it was like 50 or 60% reshot.
But I didn't mind it because I thought Ben Mendelsohn was so good.
I didn't mind Rogue One up until the giant battle scene at the end, which is supposed to be like a reconnaissance mission.
Yeah,
kind of blowing the whole cover.
I didn't see it. It didn't really bug me because I know you had an issue with the fact that, like, continuity wise, it doesn't make a lick of sense with Rogue One. That didn't bug me as much.
It fits into the formula of what a Star Wars movie needs to be, where you're supposed to have a huge battle scene at the end. That's just how Star Wars movies are formatted.
My main problem with Rogue One was the casting. I couldn't stand Felicity something or other.
Jones.
I couldn't stand her. She was so unlikable. And then Diego Luna was in it, and even his character
was really bland.
He was really, and they're giving him a series, a prequel series, and even he kind of bugged me. But I loved him in Narcos, Mexico. So within the context of that, I enjoyed this much more than Rogue One or Solo, because it just I like that it's stripped down. I like that it's simple. Like Favreau he can be a very charming filmmaker.
Well, here's the thing: Rogue One, like the initial inspiration cinematically, was supposed to be Black Hawk Down. That's what it was compared to initially, which would have made sense. Would have made sense. It's very intimate. It's personal. And then of course they reshot half of it, and now there's a giant battle scene at the end. The inspiration, even in the description of the show, they call Mandalorian like a lone gunslinger or something like that.
Spaghetti western.
It's supposed to be a western, essentially.
Yeah,
which is
lots
cool.
of shooting from the hip.
Yeah, a lot of quick drawn.
Yeah, but then there's also like dashes of John Wick in there because Clint Eastwood was not John Wick.
No,
it was like
the action's updated for a modern audience, obviously. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes, like all things Star Wars, where in the original movies the lightsaber fighting wasn't exactly going to wow anybody.
Have you seen that? And I think it's, to be honest, horrible, but a lot of people like it. There is a redone version of Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan at the end of Star Wars 1 or New Hope, whatever.
The middle of Star Wars. Yeah.
Somebody went on YouTube and redid it using a bunch of CG and like deep faking Obi-Wan's face, and it is honestly the most. But like because it looks fairly recent, like it looks like it's a modern day take on how they would do it today. Because the initial scene is like, given what we get now, the original version of Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi is a bit underwhelming. Like there's a lot of standing.
There is, but also at the same time, Obi's an old man. You can't expect him to be doing flips and shit.
Maybe not, but you know.
Here, I'll say this.
This goes the entire different. We'll watch it afterwards, and it's hilariously bad.
You're talking to someone when Attack of the Clones, when Yoda starts doing flips.
That was horrible.
Who was pulling his hair out, saying this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I hate this. I don't like it. This is awful. This is crap.
Yeah. You'll get a kick out of this.
Attack of the Clones is by far the worst Star Wars movie ever made. Now, every time I think about it, there's basically nothing redeeming about that movie.
Yeah.
At least Phantom Menace, there's the Darth Maul lightsaber fight, which actually felt like struck a decent balance between action a modern audience might expect from stuff, because it was a little more, flips and stuff like that going on. But that was mostly just Darth Maul doing the acrobatics for the most part.
Yeah.
It was a good kind of middle ground between, all right, we're going to up the intensity of the lightsaber battles a bit, but not make them too ridiculous, like Yoda doing was 1440s, because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was stupid. This one is pretty stupid, though. We'll watch it afterwards.
All right, if you must.
It's because it's funny. You'll think it's funny because there's some deep fake Obi-Wan stuff. Anyways, so getting back to the Mandalorian, I really liked that it was stripped down, and yeah, you can see that it had a lower budget, but that's to be expected. I mean, I wonder if that's sort of
hold that against it.
I wonder if that's also the precedent, because there's going to be a ton of Marvel content on the Disney Plus stuff. So I wonder how stripped down that's going to be.
Probably fairly.
Yeah, but because I was watching Endgame yesterday, freaking enjoy that movie a lot.
I still haven't seen it. Now that I have a Disney Plus membership, I can.
Anytime you want.
I think I'm going to watch Black Hole 3 times before I watch that, though.
Oh, that'd be cool.
If it's even on there, I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not. I've
Condor
not done,
Man.
I've not done too deep of a dive at all on Disney Plus.
I watch all the Disney movies I watched as a kid. Condor Man.
It was an
Black
absolute
Hole.
joy seeing
Return to Witch Mountain.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah, that was great.
Carl
It
Weathers.
needed more Werner Herzog.
Yeah, but he had more of a role than I thought he was going to have. I liked whoever played the little meek doctor guy. He was like, here he is. And, I liked all the setup. I thought it was
We
good.
just don't know because I guess this is kind of spoiler territory. So Mandalorian gets the lead for this one bounty to collect. And so he goes. They don't say what planet he's on. It's very Tatooine-esque, but it's not Tatooine because it's snowy, right? No, that's the other planet.
That was the first planet.
Yeah. So he walks into this room, and the door opens, and instantly there's 4 or 5 stormtroopers in there.
Yeah.
Which is
but they're also like
this is supposed to take place in after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So the Empire, but after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens.
But also those stormtroopers, I wonder if they're like legit because they look really dirty. And granted, you're going to be dirty if you're on the surface of that planet because it looks like a dirty ass planet.
But also, if you've been through a ton of battles and you're in hiding.
Here's the thing about this is kind of interesting in terms of the world building aspect of it because we've seen the world kind of, the post Jedi world. The Empire has collapsed to such a degree that their credits, their money isn't even being accepted. Carl Weathers tries to pay Mandalorian with Empire credits, and he's like, I can't use these.
Yeah,
so he's even willing to accept some crappy ass Calamarian.
Calamarian, yeah.
Which is like worth half of it.
Admiral Akbar's home planet.
So at that point, the stormtroopers, they're not legit, or they might have used to have been stormtroopers, but they're not getting a paycheck from the Empire.
No. I mean, I guess the idea is like, oh, here's some stormtroopers, a group of them in hiding. How does Werner Herzog play into that aspect?
I think they're just working for him. He's maybe some rich guy. I don't know.
That could be. I don't know if there's a little. We obviously know that the Empire kind of reconstitutes itself.
Sure,
as
the First Order.
Yeah. So whether this is kind of like a little enclave of Empire holdovers or people who are loyal to the Empire, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know. Anyway, so Werner Herzog gives Mandalorian some info, not the info he comes to expect, Mandalorian that is, when doing a job, and off he goes, and he goes to a desert planet in this case, and it's when he runs into Nick Nolte. I have spoken. And he helps him.
Gary Busey.
That'd be great.
Because I always used to get those two confused.
I could see that like in the 80s or early 90s.
You want to ride one of these giant slug things? Come on over here, man.
Blow your mind.
Blow your mind. I've spoken.
Yeah.
You want a beer? I've spoken.
Yeah.
Want to go see some titties, Mandalorian?
They go to like, I don't know, like an encampment, like a fortified encampment with a bunch of, I don't know, ne'er-do-wells. I don't know what you'd call them. Not bounty hunters in their own right. Mercenaries, maybe.
Yeah.
We're exactly sure what they are. They are of Legion, and they are in the way of Mandalorian and the asset he is trying to collect.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a bunch of dudes who can just show. I mean, it's a very Rambo 3 type thing.
Yeah, it is.
Where just a bunch of dudes come out of nowhere and
they even have the Gatling gun and everything. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. And he's like, "What? So were they protecting the thing, or they were just there, milling about, ready to blow up people?"
And the thing just happened to be there.
Yeah,
the asset.
Again, it's like it's like Butch and Sundance. Also, it's like they just have a lot of people they have to shoot.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he does that, and then that's where he runs into Taika Waititi, the robot, the android, who's like part of the bounty hunter guild, and he's there to collect the bounty.
Yeah, although their mission is a bit different.
Yeah. Well, so the mission is either get it alive or get it dead and prove that it's dead,
and get less money.
And get less money. Yeah. So the android's like, well, whichever one works.
No, well, he said his directive was to terminate the asset.
Oh,
that's what the robot said.
Oh, okay.
And that's why Mandalorian did what he had to do.
Yeah. So he ends up there. They get in there, and then this is the spoiler thing. This is a big twist at the end because, like you said, the rest is just set up. they find he's got this little tracking fob, and he finds, and it's a little tiny cocoon.
Like an egg.
Yeah, it's like an egg. And then he opens it up, and there's a little baby Yoda in there. Obviously, it's not Yoda because Yoda's dead at this point.
Yeah.
But it's one of his race.
Yeah.
Which we have never encountered before inside the regular canon of Star Wars. I'm sure
so.
Maybe in the
Extended universe stuff.
Extended universe, there's seen other Yodas. I don't know. And it's a cute little baby Yoda. It's got a little night and the Mandalorian.
So the robot is like, oh well, I'm supposed to destroy this this baby, and so he gets gun up, and then Mandalorian takes care of the robot.
He shoots
and there's this nice little moment to end it, where the Mandalorian's sitting in front of the thing and just sticks his finger out.
Yeah, it's a really cute moment. And knowing that underneath it, it's all Pedro Pascal, Spanish Burt Reynolds, is really great. He does a really good job. I'm assuming it's him under the helmet, even. Emoting from beneath the helmet of like a Mandalorian soldier guy,
because they don't take their helmets off.
Right, exactly. Was that Horatio Sands at the beginning? The first bounty that got encased in carbonite. That was rad. Seeing carbonite happen.
That part was cool. That was well done. I don't know,
because I was trying to figure out. I was like, man, he's kind of familiar.
Yeah, voices sound pretty familiar.
Let's see here. Let's see if it was Horatio Sands. Where's the cast? Cast. Let's see full cast.
The voice did sound familiar.
Yeah, and even like beneath his. Yeah, it was Horatio Sands. Look at me, yay! Cool. And then Brian Posehn. Yeah, it was in it too. Cool. That was cool to see him. That must have been fun. Oh, Bill Burr's in it. So that's cool. So yeah, no, I thought it was neat. Thought it was really
it was fun. Cool. I'm interested to see where it goes. Needs more Werner Herzog, but otherwise I was into it.
Yeah, he should be like, he
should actually be narrating every episode.
He should be narrating every episode. Yeah,
instead of having a crawl at the beginning of every episode. They should just have him narrate a little.
Did they have a crawl at this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
They have a new, like, how Marvel before the Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah, they have a Star Wars universe.
They have a little Star Wars universe thing now, but no crawl.
And no 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, they're just saving that for the movies.
Look at the Mandalorian. Like, I want him to narrate the Mandalorian like he narrated Grizzly Man.
Or his dramatic reading of Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Mandalorian has a hard time leaving his own frame.
So good. I can listen to him talk about anything pretty much.
I know, it's great. Especially WrestleMania.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show so we
can
talk
Mandalorian will go watch WrestleMania.
We can have him on to talk WrestleMania.
I
can't think of anybody. I don't know if there's anybody I would mark out more getting to talk to maybe than Werner Herzog.
Hundar worked on a Herzog film.
Really?
Yeah, when he first moved to L.A.
That's pretty awesome.
I know, right? I don't know what it was.
Did you hear about Werner Herzog's film school?
No.
It was short-lived, and I don't think he actually made anything. He just lectured and made you read a lot of stuff.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he actually made anything with
Here's a stack of books. Read them now.
It's all from Greek antiquity.
Yeah. And, the history of the territories.
I know. Yeah.
Like the WrestleMania Encyclopedia. It's some WWE fluff material. You need to listen to After the Bell with Corey Graves. He pulls no punches.
It's like, well, Werner, have you ever heard, I don't know, something to wrestle with?
Yeah. Is that part of WrestleMania?
Kind of.
No.
I just love how he calls it WrestleMania.
He calls it WWE WrestleMania.
It's so good.
Oh, man. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these questions here. Zach Stolpa, Steven Larson, how do you feel about all these people complaining that there's too many streaming services? Personally, I think those people are overreacting and they feel they need to have to get them all. I think you worry too much about what people are doing, Zach Stolpa.
Yeah.
Because I think that people, if they're complaining about getting streaming services, they shouldn't get the streaming services. If they want to get the streaming services, they should get them.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is.
Patrick Sparks, thoughts on the formatting tweaks for The Simpsons? Apparently, they've been scaling stuff up to accommodate the widescreen presentation.
Oh, I saw. Okay, that's what that's been about. I saw one thing on Twitter about somebody complaining about
some of the visual gags that are being lost because they cropped the shot.
Like I hate that. Like, just give me 4:3. What's the problem?
I know what the problem is.
That's stupid.
Mr. Ollie B, what's the best kind of nut?
I mean, aside from ejaculation, obviously.
You were going to say that.
He's not talking about coming.
No, we're talking about actual food.
He is not coming about. He's not talking about
the almond, isn't
coming.
it? Almond is
the best nut.
It's the almond.
I would say the peanut, but man, that causes some damage to some people.
It does.
People with peanut allergies, can they eat almonds?
Depends if they're allergic to other nuts.
Well, yeah.
Like my youngest daughter, she has a mild nut allergy.
Oh, no.
It's not an anaphylaxis thing. It's not that bad. It doesn't make her tummy upset.
Yeah.
But cashews is what bothers her the most.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And then pistachios. I think pistachios are really closely related to cashews.
I think almonds are, like the best nut for you.
But I think if you gave me a handful of nuts.
You want one right now? I'll give you a handful of nut.
If you give me a choice between peanuts or cashews or walnuts or whatever, any choice, I will take the handful of almonds.
Naked, I would take almonds. Not I'm naked, but like without, anything else.
With any flavoring, yeah.
If it's like, for example, I would rather have a peanut M&M than like if they encased an almond with M&M casing. I would rather have a peanut M&M.
Don't they have that? Don't they have almond M&Ms?
Do they?
They might.
I did not know that.
But never been a huge peanut guy. I don't really like peanuts. I don't like peanut. I like peanut butter is okay.
Yeah, I'm huge on peanut butter. I'm a massive peanut butter guy.
Like I don't like peanut butter cookies.
I get mocked in my own house by my family.
Butterfingers
for how much I enjoy.
The only Reese's peanut butter product I like are Reese's Pieces. I don't like the peanut butter cups.
Anytime
I don't
somebody
like peanut
says
butter.
Butterfinger, I go like this.
I know, it's all caught in your teeth.
It gets stuck in your teeth. So messed up.
You give me shit because I honestly prefer the flavor of almond butter to peanut butter, and that's a shoot. I'm not trying to be a contrarian.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I've never been a huge peanut butter guy.
Yeah, my child isn't, which is fucking weird. I have to I've been thinking of grounding her for that.
Well, you can't ground her because she doesn't like something that you like.
Are you telling me how to parent?
In this case, yes.
Fuck off. Don't you tell me how to raise my kid. I'll get a gun.
J.S. Wooten says his kid hates peanut butter and is weird.
This is like a new thing, man. It's this goddamn Generation X. No, Y. What is it now? Z? Gen Zs. Jeez.
People realizing there's other options than boring old peanut butter and realizing those other options are better.
Peanut butter is delicious. Why do you get so offensive?
I'm not offensive.
Very offensive.
You're offensive.
Let's see here. Zach Stolba says, I'm just going to get HBO Max. They have the rights on a lot of content. Yeah, it's fucking expensive though.
Yeah, it's like the most expensive.
It's like $16.
It's more expensive than Netflix.
With that. Yeah, that's horrible. Netflix set the standard, man.
Patrick Sparks says Larson really is a boomer at heart.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm not.
He's the greatest generation at heart. That's what he is, and that's not meant as a compliment. You're just like You're like in your 70s inside.
Spiritually speaking, maybe.
Spiritually speaking,
but
you're the grumpiest old bastard I know.
But if that's the case, I'm like a New Deal Democrat because like politically, I'm pretty darn progressive.
Yeah, that's true.
But
there's cool old people.
Yeah, I'm just a grump.
Yeah, you're a grump. Let's see here. Zach Stolp also says, I'm only getting at most 4 a month. After that, I might as well be buying cable. Yeah, he's talking a lot about streaming services.
J.S. Wooten says HBO Max is just mental. Is that because it costs an arm and a leg to actually subscribe to it?
I'm sorry, dude, but I just bought Disney Plus for $70 for the year. Mm-hmm. For the entire year, $70. And that's everything Star Wars, everything Marvel, everything Disney. Mm-hmm. I'm good.
Zach McClain says Larson is progressive and miserable, so Larson is Bernie.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
These billionaires, nobody should be a billionaire.
Do you agree that nobody should be a billionaire? That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I mean, am I going to tell, do you think Bill Gates tromped on that many people, really put people out of their, out for making his $1 billion?
I'm sure he probably did some scuzzy things in his day.
You think so?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody how much money they can make. I sit and wonder. This isn't necessarily judgment. I sit and wonder when people are already worth billions of dollars, how much more money do you really need?
Well, yeah, okay, but here's the thing. If the money just makes more money for you and you're not doing anything...
Like Bill Gates.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. If you're not doing anything, if you made your $1 billion and somehow did it while not screwing people over, then what are you going to do? Just turn down the money? You probably should do something useful with it, and you should probably pay your fair share. But
I think that's the larger issue. Is the top 1%, whether you're a multimillionaire or a billionaire.
Yeah,
they have the means to hire the best accountants to subvert tax laws. So they're a lot What, Jeff Bezos hardly paid anything in taxes?
Yeah, I know.
Or Amazon did. That's what's more bogus.
Sure.
I'm not going to go to Jeff Bezos and say, "Oh, you should only be worth $999 million."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, homie,
maybe pay up, dude.
What's your tax bracket? 35%?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. 35% of 164 billion, however much you're worth.
Yeah, own up, dude.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, God forbid you're only worth 100 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Pay your fair share.
And that shit. I mean, even the fucking working conditions. That's the shit that I'm talking about. Like the working conditions in Amazon and how shit they are.
J.S. Wooten says Bill Gates still DOS.
Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. $70 for a year, man, for Disney Plus. That's a good deal. $16 a month for HBO. And I
just don't understand what the value is.
Well, so you also get everything Cartoon Network, everything, all those Warner Media properties. I think you get. I think HBO Max, and it's kind of weird. They just
it'd be silly branding if it's. I mean, I understand.
It just sounds like you're getting HBO, but you're getting a lot of time.
You're getting HBO to the max,
to the maximum. You're getting that's what sort of Time Warner or Warner Media or whatever.
Yeah, J.S. Wooten says that you don't get anything. Oh, you don't get everything. Sorry. You should get all the original programming across the board.
Yeah.
TV, documentaries, because HBO's made some really good documentaries, movies.
Oh, yeah.
But then from there, do they own any other cable movie networks like Cinemax or anything?
I thought they owned Cinemax.
They might. Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah, Real Sex, really.
Yeah. That was HBO.
I'd pay $16 a month for Real Sex.
All right. Well, there you go. That's HBO.
But no, I mean, they also said, you're going to get literally everything HBO's ever done. Plus, you get that's what I read, anyways. I don't know. Maybe J.S. Wooten saw something different. They also have Studio Ghibli. That's interesting. Ghibli. I forget how it says.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
That does include Cinemax. You get the Nick.
That was a good show, but there's only one season. I've seen it.
2 seasons. Only 2 seasons.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay, you're right.
And it had the best ending of a show ever.
It was pretty good.
That fool operated on himself.
That was pretty great.
Looked at his guts and said, "This is all we are."
It was pretty great. And then died. It was pretty cool.
And nobody could stop the guy.
No.
He had a theater of people watching him operate on himself. That's so fucking messed up.
It's messed up.
Oh, so good. This is all that we are.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that was such a good show. And it was so there are so many period pieces out there, but the Nick really was able to capture just how gross the turn of the century was.
Yeah.
Wayne Maker says, you're literally was talking about watching Babe Station instead of, I don't know, something else the other day.
You're the authority on Babe Station around here, Wayne. You tell us. HBO Max isn't pulling a Disney Plus. At least that's what I read. But I don't know what that means. They're not going all in. They're not putting everything on there.
I just read this. I don't know. I lost the article. But it was you're getting everything they've done, including stuff that isn't on HBO now, which is, I thought it had everything.
But
and then they're getting Friends. Apparently they're getting Friends, which is weird. A lot of people do, though, which is crazy to me.
10,000 hours of content at launch, including every episode of Friends.
How many hours of WWE content does the network have?
I don't know. HBO will have classic TV comedies, complete run of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The only place you can stream Big Bang Theory and South Park.
I mean, people do care about that. I'm not one of them, but...
There'll be 2 new DC comic shows for HBO Max, Green Lantern and Strange Adventures.
See, that's fucking bullshit, because DC has their own streaming service. So, what? I can't get that? That's fucking lame.
They have some Doctor Who stuff. Everything.
So wait, is everything I get on the DC streaming service going to be included in here too?
Probably not. Premium cable from HBO and even Cinemax is likely in the mix too, as well as content from Warner Brothers' new line, DC, CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV. So the entire.
Oh, cool! I can watch CNN's the 90s.
Rooster Teeth.
Oh shit! Is 10 for the Win going to be on there?
Probably not. Looney Tunes. Yeah, it seemed like why not call this Warner Max or something?
That'd be tight if we can see 10 for the Win on HBO Max. Instead of in our hard drive.
There you go. Everything coming to HBO Max. I still see the value.
Well, what you just read was the value.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't see it. So, Friends, 236
There are people out there who pay
episodes.
$20 a month just for Friends, dude.
Big Bang Theory, West Wing, Fresh Prince, South Park, Rick and Morty, Pretty Little Liars.
They're going really random with what they're choosing here.
This is all Warner stuff. CW shows, Studio Ghibli, Sesame Street. Oh, that's the HBO. BBC shows, DC movies, and Lord of the Rings and Hobbit stuff.
So the Joker is going there first. That's interesting.
There's some original series: Dune, Tokyo Vice, The Flight Attendant. It's a bunch of new stuff. Oh, Gremlins, an animated series.
Oh, that's fun.
Crime Farm.
Is that like Tony Fox Babyface Heel Farm?
It must be. Gossip Girl. There's a sequel to Gossip Girl. Oh, The Boondocks is coming back. That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
On HBO Max.
Genlock, that's the Rooster Teeth thing.
Mm-hmm. This is all just new stuff.
You see PTA's new movie is going to be set in a high school in the 70s?
No.
Yeah.
What'd you read about that?
Jeff sent me an article.
Cool.
I think it was Variety.
And then all the HBO originals.
Where can I watch The Stoned Age? That's all I fucking
That's
want
probably
to know.
free on YouTube somewhere.
It's on Daily Motion. Oh, man. So Ron says, for those who paid for a year of DC streaming, did it for naught. It does sound like all the DC stuff is going to be there. But the cool thing about the DC streaming service is that you also get access to like a huge library of their actual comics. So you can like read digital versions of their comics.
Oh, that's cool. At least they did that. There's some value there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah. I imagine some of the stuff on HBO would probably have to be exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not all of it. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Joshua Martinez here with a hot take. He says, I think I prefer Fresh Prince of Bel-Air over Martin. That's a hard choice to make, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Anyways, that's it for Overrun. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk. Tomorrow Larson's designing some shoes.
Yeah, man.
For the Slow Wolf Pack. Very exciting bonus episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.